Okay, you've probably heard it a million times. Lock and tag your equipment for safety. But what does lockout tagout really mean for you and your work group?
Lockout tagout, commonly referred to as LOTO, means placing a lockout device and notification tag on an energy isolating mechanism in order to keep machinery or equipment from being operated when servicing the equipment. Whenever equipment is capable of being locked out, it must be locked out and tagged.
Whenever equipment is incapable of being locked out, employees must tag it out. Tagout means placing a tagout device on an energy isolating mechanism in order to warn against operating the isolating mechanism or energizing equipment being controlled. Tagout also requires implementing additional measures which provide a level of safety equivalent to lockout. For specific information on these additional measures, refer to your LOTO manual.
Washington State Administrative Code mandates lockout-tagout for a variety of equipment and situations. City Light's policy is to isolate equipment or circuitry from all energy sources, to make them inoperative whenever servicing or performing maintenance, to prevent startup or release of stored energy, and to prevent the reaccumulation of energy.
Proper lockout-tagout procedure involves 8 specific steps. First, notify the appropriate personnel, including everyone who may be affected, that you intend to de-energize equipment. De-energize the equipment. Lock and tag the equipment. Test the equipment to ensure it's isolated from energy sources and all stored energy is released. Work on the equipment. Notify the appropriate personnel that you intend to re-energize the equipment. Remove your locks and tags from the equipment. And finally, re-energize the equipment. Normally, you are the only person who can remove your locks and tags. However, in an emergency, when you're not available to remove them, your immediate supervisor may.
When she does, she must notify you as soon as possible that your locks have been removed.
When neither the person who placed the locks nor their supervisor is available to remove them, refer to your LOTO manual on the proper procedure. Lockout-tagout applies to low-voltage circuits and equipment, hydraulics, piping systems, and any other hazardous energy source. Lockout-tagout does not apply to low-voltage service and supply systems where electrical work is performed using protective equipment or devices. It also does not apply to high-voltage transmission and distribution machinery, equipment, or circuits on which work is secured by special clearance procedures and work practices. If regular or full-scale LOTO isn't used when servicing and maintaining these systems, high-voltage procedures and work practices must be adapted to extend protection to work on any low-voltage and non-electrical auxiliary systems as well. We'll address clearance work in more detail later in the program.
Of course, before you lock out and tag a piece of equipment, you need to have a lock and tag. You can request the lock through your supervisor, who will send a completed lock order form to City Light's lock technician. The technician will make the locks and tags you need and have them delivered to you at your workplace.
Control key. This just moves.
It's a good idea to place your lock and tag kit in an easily identifiable and accessible location, along with low-voltage gloves and other appropriate safety gear. City Light policies require that each employee review and understand the specific LOTO procedure for the job they are about to do. This is the responsibility of all workers on the job, not just the crew chief.
Procedures are continually revised and updated in response to new information, regulations, and your feedback. It's important that you understand Lotto, but the most important thing to understand about lockout-tagout procedures is this. They save lives. Yours, your co-workers, people you don't even know. I'm not just saying that because I'm being paid to host this video. When I was a general contractor, I used Lotto every time I worked on equipment. And I live to tell about it.